Hey y'all, it's your girl Cass. Welcome to my page, my channel. Guys, I'm such a great mood, like amazing mood. I hope everybody took advantage of the full moon last night because I did some releasing and I've been releasing and I feel so light and happy and abundant and amazing. It's just given, okay? It is given and I love that for me, honestly. So I want to talk about something that has been on my, not even on my heart, but it just happened to work out that this is something I want to talk about because I think in the spiritual community, this is something that we struggle with. And so I might be looking down a lot because I just wrote like 3 pages. And I'm going to write a book one day. I'm definitely going to write a book. But let's talk about it, right? Choose yourself. What does that mean? What does that mean, right? And that means being authentic and standing in your truth, right? What does that look like? How are you, divine reflection? I hope you guys are having like a wonderful day. Like for real, for real. I want to share my positivity and my love. And I want these words to really like hit, because I think all of us struggle with it, whether we're spiritual or not. It doesn't discriminate. A lot of us struggle with this, okay? And so what does choosing yourself and being yourself look like, right? It means being authentic and standing in your truth. And what does that look like? What does being honest look like? So that means you're not overthinking about how people are gonna feel about how you say it. The only thing we can control in this life is how we deliver things, right? So one of the things we're constantly always doing is thinking about how is this going to affect this person? How is it going to affect that person? But it's just like, why don't we think about how it's affecting us to begin with? Like, we are, first and foremost, we have to think about ourselves first. And it's literally regarding to like the post I posted like, I don't know, like maybe an hour ago. Everything has been in alignment, right? So stop overthinking about how it's going to make someone feel. That is out of, because we can't control how people feel at the end of the day, right? All we can do is be ourselves. And it's not, we cannot worry about being direct. That is your truth. Thinking anything outside of that will only hurt yourself and make yourself sick by overextending yourself and putting others' needs before yourself, when your needs and your feelings are just as important, okay? So stop putting that on the back burner. And this actually goes along with my last live about like being able to take help from people. We have to be able to discern. And what I mean by that, when you become more spiritual and you're more in tune, you're gonna know when somebody is being genuine with you or when they're operating from a place of lack. And that's what anything, right? There's sometimes I have people who, I'm gonna use the word gas, but I don't get gassed because I know myself. You cannot gas me, because when you're your own hype person, you cannot be gassed. It's just an addition to what you already know, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And so when they're like overextending and just like overpraising, if you know, you know. It's more like, I feel you, girl. That's on point. But other than that, if you're like overdoing it, I'm going to question or not. Is this coming from a genuine place, or is this coming from a place of lack because you want to be like a pick me, or you want to be like, you want to have attention when you should already know that you're worthy. You are enough. So you don't have to overextend or go above. Nothing should feel like you're going above and beyond. Because if you're going above and beyond, then you're not in balance. You're not in alignment. You're doing the most. We're not telling you to do the most, and we're not telling you to do the least. You have to be in balance. Because if you are doing anything, it's not going to feel like you're going above and beyond. It's going to feel like it's just something that you naturally want to do. You get what I'm saying? So when you're overflowing with that feeling, with that love, with that genuinity, it's not going to feel like you're going above and beyond. You're just going to flow through it, and it's just going to come naturally to you about what you're doing, right? Well, if you don't know everything, you got to be careful of being... I really don't know. You would have to rephrase that question, please. Some people be pleasing and it's awkward. Yeah, we have to get out of this state of people pleasing. That really was what it comes from. Me personally, I know this stems from my mother. I've seen her do it my whole life. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's always going above and beyond for other people, trying to show up. And it's because it comes from a place of lack, because she wants to be accepted. She wants to be, be praised and feel like it's a lack of worthiness. You should know that you're enough. It doesn't have to come from anybody else to tell you that you are enough, or that you should know that within yourself. And I don't know if I'm going to answer your question, but it's like you have to be able to discern that, and that's come with the spirituality. That comes with the inner work, right? Because I remember times, like me and Shireen was just talking about, I remember where I used to always because I'm very direct, and that's something we need to work on, guys. We have become so sensitive that we can't even face the truth, that we can't even face ourselves, that we can't, and it's like we can't do that, because now we're pretending, now we're lying, now we're disillusioned to what's really going on. And how can we really move forward as a collective if we're constantly like, I can't say this, I can't. And it's just like, no, that's not authenticity. That's not how we grow. And it goes to the topic of, what do you think love is, right? Do you think love is just the light part? Listen, we are all encompassing. We are all light and dark. So hence the term tough love, right? But I don't even want to call it tough. I don't want to put a label on it. I don't want to put a limit on it, because it's everything. The things, even the hard things that you go through. Hold on one second. Closer to the camera, please. Thank you. How do you think you can grow if everything is just in light? I always make the reference to the heartbeat, right? It goes up and down, up and down. It doesn't stay linear, because that's flatline. That's you being complacent. That's you being stagnant. That's you being dead. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to experience the light and the dark in order for you to grow. Growth is never comfortable. So if you are comfortable, then you are complacent, and then you are stagnant, and then now you're not doing anything, and now you're dead. There's no vibration in it. There's no movement in it. There's no expansion in it. And we are limitless beings. So why do we limit ourselves and think that love is just going to be love and light? No, love is going to be, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be direct with you. I'm going to let you know things that other people won't tell you, because they're too scared to tell you about it. It's just like what Isis said. I don't want just yes men around me. I need you to hold me accountable sometimes, because sometimes I have blind spots. I'm not perfect. We are perfectly imperfect beings. We are flawed. That's what allows us to grow. That's what allows us to get out of these shells. Like, we're always shedding. Like a lobster. You think it's easy to just, get out of that? You think a butterfly, when it's in that darkness, you think it knows that it's going to become this beautiful thing and get to fly and feel the freedom? You have to understand that being honest is not always pretty. That is a false narrative that they have programmed inside of you, which is why you're being ignoring. The first few letters of ignorance is you're ignoring the truth. You're not being aware of what's really going on. So you have to be honest first with yourself. And by being honest with yourself, then you start to shed all these illusions, all these make-believe things, and then you start to see things for what it really is, not what you want it to be, not what you think it is, what you know it to be. And that's why I don't care for certain energies. Hold on one second. Can I see your ID, please? Closer to the camera. Thank you so much. But yeah, I need us to stop people pleasing. I need us to be more direct so we can be honest with each other and move in our divinity. Because anybody who's really for you, honey, they're going to take all of you and all that you come with. Because for me, I don't need to prove to you that I'm a good person. We need to stop convincing. Stop trying to convince people of who you are. Stop trying to show people you know who you are, right? You know what your intentions is, right? You know how you moving. So if somebody can't see that, it's not your job to have to convince them to try. Because if they don't get it, they don't get it. And if you know, you know. Because me, I know how I move. In divinity. In my righteousness. In my grace. In my light. And sometimes you're going to get that dark too, because I am duality. I do not shut a part of me off. But honestly, it's still coming from a place of love. I don't move in hatred. For what? I love myself too much. You are all my reflections. Whether it's in light or in dark, I use that to become a better person. I use that to help me grow. That's why if you listen to me, I always say I love my reflections. Because you show me what I can be and what I don't want to be. It's the duality that allows you to grow. You cannot think it's all light and love. Like, yes, it is love. Again, don't be confused to think that it is just one side. Just like in the spirituality thing. To be the light, you have to be surrounded by darkness, baby. How do you think you got your training to move so swiftly and flowing? It took work. It took energy. It took movement, vibration, all of that. I'm sorry, I can't be reading all y'all comments, but I hope y'all getting what I'm saying, because I'm just in such a feeling. I need us to understand, like, stop people pleasing. Stop thinking about, you cannot control how other people feel. All you can control is you, yourself, how you move, how you know is the right way, your righteous way. Because anything outside of that is going to hinder you. It's literally going to make you sick. How is it that you can worry about everybody else and their feelings and not put yours first, as if that's not what you're dealing with? We need to really sit in that. And when I say this, please understand, I'm not making it seem like this is easy. I've been there. I'm still working on it. We are constantly a work in progress. And that's the thing too about spirituality. We say something and it's kind of seem like, oh, it's easy. It's not. It's work. You have to get uncomfortable in order to move in the direction that is meant for you, to move in your mission, to move in your purpose, because we are not going to please everybody. And if you think that you're going to, why you think they say the good die young? You think trying to do for everybody is not stressful to your mind, your spirit, your body? That takes a toll on you. So now you have no healthy boundaries. You are literally killing yourself for other people. You will be your own, the same way that you're your own savior, you will be your own demise. It's clear, everything is up to you. You are God. You are the creator too. So you choose. And I need you to know that. You don't have to convince nobody of who the fuck you are. Excuse my language. I was doing so good, I swear. But hey, you gotta know who you are. And the people who are right for you, I say it all the time, I'm not for everybody. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. And I hope that you can tell me the truth too about me too. Because again, none of us are perfect. We are all working to our light, to our divinity, and our purpose. So on the way, and that's why we need each other. For anybody who thinks they can get this shit done by themselves, good luck. The same way you think you can be there for everybody else, and then you think you can be alone and you think you get this. That's not how it works. Because we're all coming from the same source. We're all reflections of each other. We're all here to interact, not transactional. Shit, what I can get out of it. Anything I do with love, and it's because I have the ability to do so. Not because I need something from you, but because I was led to do so. I wanted to. So please understand, if somebody is being honest with you about how they're feeling, if you really care about them, you would hear them. It would hit you. You would know that it's coming from a good place. You would know that they mean well. And you shouldn't be mad for somebody choosing themselves. Because the same way they need to choose themselves, you need to be choosing yourself. What decisions are you making to the point that now you're resenting? To the point where now, they're the bad person for being honest and being genuine and authentic, for telling you the truth, or letting you know how they feel about something? That's when you need to check yourself and where you're lacking, that you can't do the same thing. Okay? Because if you can't be honest about how you feel, what kind of relationship is that? It's fraudulent. It's lies. It's based off of lies. It's based off BS. That's what it's based off of. And I don't need nobody around me who can't be completely themselves. Because I'm going to pick up on it. Trust and believe me. It's very easy for me to see the inconsistencies in who you are. And that's why you have to tread lightly too when it comes to the spiritual community, thinking like, oh, I met this person and they're just like me and we're on the same wavelength. And little do you know, all it takes is a couple more interactions. You see like, oh, we're not even on the same level. We're not even on the same playing field. And which is okay. I give you grace. But that doesn't mean you have to be in my circle. We have to be okay with leaving people where they're at. That's another thing. We cannot save everybody. The only person you can definitely save is yourself. Okay? I had to make myself be comfortable with that. Because even the people that I love, like your family of friends that you want to help so bad, they may not make it. And you got to be able to be okay with it and give them grace and send them love and light for where they're at. And like Shireen said, all you can do is pray sometimes, okay? All you can do is pray for them, because you cannot save them. They have to save themselves, okay? Because the Creator is in all of us. So we have to, again, this is what I'm saying. Again, I'm going to repeat it. It's not easy to do. It's gonna be hurtful sometimes, okay? Because you love these people and you hope that they love themselves enough to do the work, because you cannot do them for them. So are you gonna hinder yourself to try to save everybody and then you end up not saving yourself? I'm not playing myself no more. I love myself too much. I deserve abundance, happiness, and to move in that always. So I will pray for you. But to think that I could do the work for you, that's me being ignorant. That's me ignoring the truth. How are you?
Good, you?
Thank you. You have a great day. Okay? We have to start moving in that and start getting uncomfortable to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay? Have your moment. If you need to, like, oh my God, but then as soon as that moment comes, you better step into your divinity and know that you chose you. That you did what's best for you. Because all you can do is continue to move in the right direction. And again, many is called, but few are chosen. There will be a great divide. If your vibration is not there, you will not make it to the other side. And that is just the sad truth of it. It is what it is. So get comfortable and uncomfortable with that idea if you need to. But you have to choose you. No more people pleasing. Because your feelings come first. Your divinity come first. You come first. And then when you are overflowing with that energy, with that love, you spread it how you're supposed to. Whatever your mission is, whatever your purpose is, you share that, but never to the point where you're depleted and your cup is not full. Okay? We have to stop. We have to do better. It's gonna be a work in progress. Again, I'm gonna repeat it because I'm tired of the false narrative that this shit is easy. Because this shit is not. It is not easy. And I'm gonna keep saying it so you can understand and understand that it's just something that you gotta work through, that you gotta grow through. Okay? Stop feeling responsible for other people's feelings. Stop overextending yourself. Because that's how you become literally chronically ill. And I have a prano Vansel that in my house right now who I dearly love, but she is struggling. Okay? And she is making herself more sick by not dealing with her own issues. You think this is not your first life here. So if you think this healing process is a piece of cake, you have a rude awakening. So you really have no business trying to even help nobody else when you're not even helping yourself. Are you grounded? Are you meditating? Are you releasing? We have past lives that is just dragging us that we don't even know. You wonder why your manifestations are not happening. You wondering why this is not coming because you haven't dealt with shit. You too concerned about everybody else and not really concerning about yourself. You need to shift your vibration, shift what you seeing, what you looking at, because you are your biggest work on here. You are your longest relationship. Okay? So you have to, we have to, not even you, we have to do that work. So then when we're honest with each other, like I'm being now, like I'm being with myself, because I know I have work to do. I'm always working on me. Okay? And that's why I need to know, I need to be with myself, sit with myself, talk to myself. Because I know there's so much work to do to actually become who I know myself to be, the creator. We have forgotten. We have forgotten. And for the volunteers, ooh, child, I know this is work, child. Because we always, like, why we come down here? When it comes to the spiritual community, for the people who's actually doing the work, this shit is very stressful. So that's why the maintenance, the spiritual maintenance is so important. That we see through the illusions. That we see through the, like, deceit. So that we're not holding on to things that no longer serve us. They're going to drag us down. That's why, again, I love you, reflections. And I give you grace. But don't think I'm going to look back when I know I need to be moving forward. I'll be here when you get there. When we meet again. But until then, I choose me. My feelings come first. I have to choose me. I have to be honest with you. Whether that may hurt. But if it allows you to see something, allows you to grow, even if the friendship is severed, my job is done. My job is done. Because I gave you something that nobody else was going to give to you. The truth. We have to be honest. And the only way we can be honest with people is by first being honest with yourself. And you're worth it. You are worthy. You are enough. You are divine. You are righteous. Okay? So, that was my message for today. Because I am constantly improving and working on myself. And that was part of my thing where I used to like overthink all of the time. Because I know I can be direct sometimes. I know I could be a little this, but I just like, I can't worry about that because I have to be authentic. I have to. Because you think spirit don't know that you lying to yourself? You think God don't know that you lying to yourself? Why do you think spirit be coming so hot and heavy sometimes? They don't care about your emotions when you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Get correct. Get right. You know, righteous, get right. Because, baby, what's on the other side of that is divinity. Thank you. You have a great day. But the other side of that is divinity. It's peace. It's grace. And it feels so good. Okay? Hey, Kiki. Like, I love being at peace. I love having to not worry about things that don't serve me or don't add to me. Like, I'm so good. And I love that for me and for us who's doing the work. For real. Because, again, this shit's not going to be easy. These are people who are close to you, who you consider friends and family. But, hey, it's unlocked. I just have to pull it. It's okay. But yeah, but that was my message for today. Oh, look at the sun. They overcasting crazy, but it is what it is. Okay? But get into your own bag, in your own heart. Do the work, even if it's uncomfortable. Choose you because you are worthy. You are worth it. You are enough. And I hope you guys have a glorious day. Expect the unexpected. Be magical, okay? Don't be so worried about stuff. Know that your spiritual team got you. Especially, only if you're doing the work, okay? Only if you're doing the work. Because if not, they're going to drag you for you to get to know and get to learn what you need to learn in order for you to actually experience it. Y'all be wanting abundance and all these things. Okay, what do you think to people who are highly successful? Do you think they have a big circle? It's kind of chilly, but it's better weather than we had like the last couple of days for sure. Do you think people who are highly successful have a big circle? They do not. Because they know a lot of people haven't done the work. They know a lot of people come with negativity and baggage. Okay? And who wants to carry all of that? Nobody wants to deal with baggage that you haven't dealt with. Like, no, I want to be light, enlightened, okay? I want to fly like a bird, okay? I want to raise my vibration. So, thank you. Quality over quantity, okay? Quality over quantity. And I choose to be enlightened, okay? I am high vibrating. I'm soaring. I'm flying. Do you understand me? You can't be successful and have all these people around you who haven't done the work. It don't make sense. Because you think they're not going to bring their baggage to you for you to help them deal with when they haven't even dealt with it themselves. Make it make sense. Y'all have this whole thinking somebody's going to come save you. And that's kind of religion fault. But if you really read the words of the Bible or whatever book, they still tell you the truth, and that they tell you the kingdom is within yourself. So if you're not maintaining your own kingdom, your own temple, whose fault is that? Nobody else's but yourself. We lack accountability. We lack responsibility. Hence the complacency. Okay? So for me, I have no room for that, because I am forever growing, blossoming, and flourishing. Okay? That's for me. That's what I signed up for when I came down here. I didn't sign up for misery. I didn't sign up for the baggage. Okay, I'm not that bag lady who carry all these shit. No. I want to be set free. And the only way you can fly and soar is if you light. So be the light. Like, cast the light. Hey. Cast the light. Hey. But anyways, no. I hope you guys got the message. I hope it resonates with people. And again, I'm not saying it's not gonna be easy. But guess what? You worth it. Don't you want happiness? Don't you want peace? Don't you want grace? Choose that. Every time you're overthinking, every time you think, this person, cut them off. cut them off. And when they're ready and raise their vibration to where you at, you come like they come with open arms. I have no issue, but if you think you're gonna drag me down, I ain't with it. Not me. I choose me each and every time. Yes, I do. Because by choosing me, I'm choosing my higher self. I'm choosing God. I'm choosing love. I'm choosing grace. I'm choosing peace, tranquility. I'm choosing abundance. And anything that don't align with that is not for me. And I'm okay with it. And you should be okay with that too. Because you should pick what's in line for you. Stop trying to guilt trip people for doing things that don't align with them. We grow. We don't be in the same spaces anymore. There's things I just don't participate in anymore because I have grown. Be okay with growth. Be okay with change. Be okay with elevation. Be okay with letting go. Whoever, whatever that may be. But you guys have an abundant rest of your day. I'm literally so happy. And I hope I was able to share, my energy and positivity. But yeah. If nobody told you today, let me be the first to tell you that I love you, Reflection, no matter where you at in your growth and process. Just because we're not in the same space doesn't mean I don't have love for you. It's abundant. I have love for everybody. But that doesn't mean we gonna move in the same space. And that's okay too. I could love you from a distance and be okay with it. Okay? Gratitude. I'll see you guys next time. Wait, how do I exit out of this?